Welcome to episode 3 of the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, where reselling is our job and bag gas is just a way of life at this point.
Well,
I am one half of your host, OSP, Old School Picker Chris, along with my other partner here, Caleb from the Old Pass. Introduce yourself, Caleb.
I just want to know, have you been hanging around my house lately?
I was going to ask if your shed just had like a permanent gas smell at this
It
point.
does. Yeah. The kids hang out here too much. Hey, I'm Caleb, by the way.
All right,
Yeah.
Caleb. All right, man. It's good to be back. What do you think about the first? At the time of filming this, the first episode just dropped a few days ago, and we have both been talking about how amazed we are at how well the first episode did. So, what's your thoughts about that? It's, what, 1,900 views, almost 2,000 views?
Yeah, we're closing in on 2,000. It's a little overwhelming. I was telling you the other day that I really thought we might break 200, 300, something in that neighborhood. And I was totally blown away. Within the first couple hours we had that.
Yeah.
And it's just, soared the whole time. And it really is crazy. But, man, I'm just thankful for everybody that watched it. And 425 subscribers.
Yeah, we got over 100 subscribers just from that one video, and that's amazing. So we do appreciate it, guys, so much. I think we had like 300 subs going into the video, so I was hoping for 250 views. I knew we'd get some, that never heard of us and just found us on YouTube or whatever. And we do have all our links down below too, also for all the podcasts.
Yeah, like 9 places you can go to listen to this thing.
We actually got a few hits off of some of those. So I know Caleb handles the podcast or the podcast audio side of it, and I handle more of the YouTube side. But man, I was tickled to death to get all the hits on like Spotify and all those others. So
it's crazy.
I have no following over there, so and I'm sure it's some of the YouTube audience has went over there and listened to it, and that's fine too. But yeah, we appreciate it, man. That's awesome. It's the Tuesday after the Thursday it drops, so 4 days later, and I looked, it's still getting like 15 to 20 views an hour. So that's nuts.
Just wondering where these people are coming from.
Yeah. It's nuts. Which I did a little networking today in some live YouTube channels, and it has been a while since I have done that. I watch a lot of lives when I'm out here working, YouTube live, where they're just working hangouts and stuff.
Yeah.
But I usually won't comment because, I'm busy working. So I'm just listening and lurking in the background. But I did comment a couple of times today in a couple of different places, and we did get recognized as having a new podcast channel in both places. So shout out Eric over at Reseller Information Network, and also shout out Let's Do Lunch Podcast, Angie Resells and Rural Squirrel. That's such a hard word for me to say too. Rural Squirrel. So they actually,
she's gonna be the royal squirrel before you're done.
Yeah, the royal. Yeah. But not only, of course, did they recognize me, but they recognized Caleb. So Caleb is now officially YouTube famous.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
I feel the same, but I don't know how to feel,
Yeah. Oh man, they did. They recognized Kristen, I believe, said, "Yeah, you're doing it with Caleb," and she asked how we met or how I knew you, and I said, "Well, he's a local guy. We know each other personally." So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it don't take long, man. It don't take long. You'll be getting recognized in town before long.
Oh goodness, I don't know about all that.
Does Tanya, your wife, have her brown bag ready?
Yeah, yep. They've all got their bags ready. That way, when we go out in public, they can hide.
She tells him that all the time. So
yeah,
but yeah, it was pretty neat. So shout out to those ladies over there. Shout out to the guys over
Absolutely.
at Reseller Information Network.
Yep.
And shout out to everybody that watched our first video, because, man, we were both just blown away. Which brings me to my next question. What's your expectations for episode 2?
I really expect everybody to run the other way.
Well, hopefully not everybody.
50, 100 views, something like that.
Well, here's the downside of having 2,000 views on the first episode. We had 2,000 views roughly. I'd say by the time this comes out, we'll be over 2,000 for the first episode. But we only have 400 and something subscribers. So that means 1,600 people watched us and hated us. That's how I look at it. So, but I'm happy for the 400 that we had that liked us enough to sub. So that's
Absolutely.
we'll worry about those 400, and the 1,600, we won't worry about them.
Yeah. And shout out to Philly Flipper too. He made the comment that Caleb don't look old, but Chris, now he looks old. So
yes.
I like you, Philly Flipper. You're all right with me.
Yeah, Philly Flipper, Paul, he was on the screen today with Angie and Kristen during the live. And yeah, he said I looked old, but Caleb didn't. So I'm going to put it to a test since you said that. Who looks older? Leave it down in the comments down below, me or Caleb.
Look at all that gray hair and lack thereof. Yeah.
See, I've still got mine. My hair does. Yeah. I'm noticing
I've got all this gray.
Yeah, I do. Crazy. I have more gray in my beard actually than I do my hair. But well, besides the sides, I do have some in my sides. But this makes great podcast content right here, because
all that they can see it.
But anybody watching on YouTube knows what we're talking about.
Yeah. Now, Tanya did tell me, she said, well, he said, you don't look old, which that's actually something I don't hear very often. But anyway, she said, if he only knew that you really do act old, I'm like, yeah, I walk around like a crippled old man most of the time. But
I do physically. Yes, I do too. But mentally, Shannon tells me I act like a 10-year-old. So.
I get the same. Yeah. Tanya has told me many times she's raising 3 children, not 2.
Oh yeah. I hear that all the time. eBay struggle bus. It's real, right?
It's just up and down, like very inconsistent, totally out of whack. Something going on, man.
Me and Caleb was talking behind this before we went live here, and before we started recording, and how both of us have kind of been struggling on the eBay side of things lately. And the last 2 weeks, and I talk about it in some of my upcoming videos, well, some of my past videos by the time this comes out, but my last 2 weeks, man, the weeks have been super, super bad, super bad. And then Saturdays, it's like the dam breaks and here comes the water, because son, it has been on. And as much as I love how the weekends have been, why can't it just even out? Why does it have to be that way?
That's like today. As of right now, 2 orders for $60, and yesterday was like bad too. But the weekend was like almost $1,000 total.
Yeah,
and then 2 days in a row, barely anything. So that, and I've not changed a thing. The listings are still the same, and man, I don't know. I don't know what to attribute it to.
How high are you promoting right now?
12.1. Yeah, I'm up there.
Yeah.
And the reason I'll tell you,
across the board, everything.
Across the board, I list everything and promote everything 12.1. That's not for everybody. I'll just say that right up front. Some people shouldn't do that. Right. I know Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, talks about, promotions versus, not promoting. And it really ain't for everybody, but I do it because we're able to get stuff so cheap,
Right.
The buy that we talked about, local buy of all the tools. Before that, I keep up with everything on spreadsheets. I'm a nerd. I keep up with all that stuff. before I bought all that stuff, because that stuff was on 75% off clearance. So I bought into it at 25%. So that raised my, what I had cost of goods. But before that, I was running like between 5 to 7% cost of goods. I mean, unheard of,
Right.
I couldn't even believe it was that low. I told my wife, I said, we normally run 10 to 12. And I said, we're down to like 7% on our cost of goods. So that's why I've always been able to promote a little bit higher, because I don't have, if I'm going to sell something for $100, I've got, $7, $6, $7, $8, $10 in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I understand it's not for everybody.
Well, I mean, I'm promoting, I think at like 7.2 right now. So, I mean,
Yep.
I'm not far behind you for sure.
That's still a high promotion.
I mean, I hate it.
Kool-Aid right there.
Shout out Kool-Aid. They're going to sponsor our next video.
In the Pepsi, the old vintage. I'm going to get us knocked off of eBay, but off of YouTube. The old Pepsi cups. Yeah.
We're a long ways from being monetized anyways. I don't think it really matters. But anyways, yeah. I wish, I hate the thoughts of giving eBay more money, but
no.
I don't know how you sell anything at this point without promoting. I mean, I know Kevin and some of the bigger YouTube channels don't, but they don't have to because they do have a following.
Right.
But Kevin does some. He does some. I know some of his items he does. So, but I even promoting that heavy, sales shouldn't be inconsistent like they are right now.
No, and if there's not going to be. I'm not saying I'm ahead of everybody, but there probably ain't a whole lot of people promoting as high as we do, and I realize that. And by the way, the 12.1%, that's because of you. I was doing 12, and you mentioned 0.1. Yeah. I was like, that is a good idea.
I mean, it's just like gas prices. It's never $2.70 a gallon. It's $2.69.9.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know if it helps or not. What do I know? I'm struggling right now. I'm bad right now with eBay, but I mean,
I hear that a lot, though. A lot of people say that sales have dried up, and mine was too until weekend, and then boom, 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 3 days great, and then Monday hits, and back down we go.
Well, I actually had an okay day yesterday. It was solid, not great, not bad, but today's been a train wreck. I mean, it's like no offers, no watchers, nothing.
And that isn't normal. That can't be normal.
And I know a lot of people, because, like I said earlier, I'm in these live chats a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube still. I don't watch as much as I used to, but I still watch a lot. And I know the easy answer is for people to say, list better stuff. Well, I'm listing the same stuff I've been listing for 3 years.
Me too.
And I mean, and then if it was the stuff you was listing, then you wouldn't be having great weekends. And then all of a sudden it's just dead.
No,
I'm not comparing my store to other people. I'm comparing my store to my store, and the ups and downs on it are driving me nuts right now.
Well, I mean, you can historically look back and see how you did a month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And you can do a little bit of scientific, if you want to call it that, kind of data. And you can project a little bit, you can kind of think and project. But like yesterday, I'm just looking here, $51. And I ain't complaining, but man, $51 is low.
Right.
And then today, $69. To put that in comparison, Sunday was $355. And then we fell off the cliff. And if you look at my 31 days, man, my graph is it's just up and down. It's like a boat on the ocean, just up and down.
On your 31 days, what are you up percentage or down?
Up 11.
I'm down 19.
So, that just don't make no sense.
Yesterday I sold $120. Sunday was not too good. You had a great Sunday. My Sunday was only 56. What did you say you sold Saturday?
Saturday was 367.
Mine was 329. So Saturday was awesome. I'll take that. Give me $200 a day of sales. If you would do that every day, I would be fine. but I can't stand sell 300 one day and then 50 and 60 the next.
Or
Even the
nothing.
120 for
I mean,
Monday was okay.
yeah.
But
But listen to this. Thursday I had 467.
yeah, no, that's
where did that come from? Because the day before
Thursday.
I had 120.
Yeah.
That's totally inconsistent. And I know
Mhm.
there's going to be some, there's going to be some
Well,
inconsistencies.
I mean, I
But
know 1 or 2 big sales can, drastically change that number, but
yeah,
I don't know. I hate being a conspiracy theorist because I do believe we control a lot of it ourselves by the stuff we pick,
yeah,
how much we list, how competitive we are on our prices, how much we promote. But when you start looking at your store compared to your store, the numbers to me just don't add up because everybody that watches my old school picker channel, they know what I pick, they know what I sell. I sell that
right.
stuff all the time. And then some days are really, really good, and then some days are really, really bad, but there just never seems to be just that. I want my bar graph to be straight across. I don't want my bar graph to be, when it shows the numbers for your totals for the day. I don't want it to be up and down. I want it to just be level. Whatever level is, I don't even care at this point.
Well,
Whatever level is, I just want that level every day. And that's
the bar graph should be a good teaching tool, though.
Mhm.
When it shows you those bad days, that should be an indicator of the kind of stuff you're listing.
Right.
But you can't trust it for that right now.
Mm-mm.
If eBay was working correctly, and I don't know what the issue is, but that bar graph, if you have a terrible day, that should be reflective of your listing habits
Right.
and your buying practices, not necessarily whatever it is right now.
And
Yeah.
I have dropped, if for those listening don't know, I list all my items into a draft bank and then I drop 10 a day every
Yeah.
day. And I've done it every day this year. I don't do it on Saturdays and Sundays, just 5 days a week. So I'm dropping 50 items every week, Monday through Friday. And I've done it every day this year. And just that, so I'm listing consistently.
Absolutely. You
But
should be getting some consistency in sales.
it's just not, man. It's not. It's up and down. And I know, a lot of other people are experiencing that because I read it in my comments to my videos all the time.
Yep.
See it on all these other channels. I go on these other channels and I'll read their comments, and it's just, I don't know. And I was out here listing today. I listed heavy today. I listed which I did just drop 10. So I put all the others in my draft bank, but I listed like 20 or 25 items today. And when I was pulling up items for comps, because I always use sell similar, it was saying this item is not available. This item
I
is
have
not
seen that.
Oh, I got that all day. And then you would
Yeah.
refresh the screen and then it would show available. So
Mine would.
I don't
Yeah,
want to hear
mine would
nothing.
sometimes, and yeah, sometimes it wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nobody saying eBay's working right because no,
Yeah,
it's not.
it's not.
Because you would have every item that I comped today, I had to refresh my screen to get that to come up. Well, I know that because I sell on eBay, but do our customers know that?
Yeah. What
When
are
they
they
click,
getting when they look for something?
right, they're getting that item is not available. The
Yep.
same thing I'm getting, and they don't know to refresh. So
Yep.
how many sales are we missing out where our
Absolutely.
customers are facing that? So, for all the people saying eBay's working right, no, it's not. I don't care.
Well, I mean, I hope it is for them,
I
but
hope it is for them.
I
Yes,
don't think it
exactly.
is for us right now.
I don't know. And like I said, I don't try to be negative or conspiracy theorists. And I love eBay. It's the only platform I sell on right now. I'll go down with the ship. I've been on there for 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I feel like the ship's got some holes in it right now.
Yeah, it
I
does.
just do.
It does.
Maybe if we keep hitting 2,000 views a episode, maybe we could just quit eBay and just talk about it.
Let's just talk about it. Yeah. Talk about what's wrong with eBay all the time.
Yeah, we could just talk about what's wrong with it, but not actually sell on it. So
Yeah.
actually, that's what I'm doing right now because I'm not selling on it because I've got a lot of stuff listed, but I'm not actively selling.
Good practice right here, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like fishing. You know, I'm tired of fishing. I want to go catching at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, the eBay struggle bus continues.
Yep.
Great weekends the last 2 weekends, but the weeks have been really, really, really bad.
We do hope it's better for you guys, though. We do.
Yes, for sure.
Man.
Yeah, let us know in the comments how y'all's has been, because I talk to Caleb all the time, and it's been inconsistent for both of us here lately. So thank goodness for the weekends. I mean, what if the weekends was bad?
I know. What we do.
I'd be living out here in this shed, I guess.
Yeah, me too. Good thing we got them insulated and got some air conditioning and stuff.
Speaking of your shed, I paid a visit yesterday.
You did?
Yeah. Caleb messaged me and said, "Hey, I got something for you. Come and get it." You want to tell him what it was?
Well, I upgraded my monitors for my desk. I've got one here. I've got 2. And I had a pretty nice one. It was a 27-inch curved, can't remember the brand, Scepter, maybe?
Scepter, yeah.
Pretty nice monitor. And I just thought about you. I was like, well, you know, I don't want to just donate it. And they're so fragile, I'm afraid to ship it.
Yeah.
If I would have sold it or something, you know. I was like, I'll just see if Chris wants it, because I know you had talked about getting one. And, come and got it. And I think you're using it tonight, right?
It's the screen I'm looking at right now. So, man, I appreciate that. That was
And if he looks a little different, it's because he's facing a different direction.
Yes. I rearranged my shop to
see that in the next few videos, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be probably it'll be past videos by the time this comes out. But yeah, man, this thing's awesome. This thing is awesome. I'm sitting out here wondering how I lived without it all this time.
It's nice to have enough room to do everything.
Oh, well, my plan was to buy one. I was going to wait till a little bit later in the year and just buy one towards the end of the year. I want to buy a desktop computer out here because I haul my laptop out here back and forth, and I'm kind of tired of doing that at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So my wife said, "Well, now you don't have to buy one." And I was like, No. I'm still going to buy one. Now I can just have 2 instead of 1. So yeah, I'm still going to buy one. But man, I appreciate it so much. I done good on that trade. I traded him some shipping boxes for it, and I got them for free. So
yeah, all right.
Trade. Oh, I bought you something else, and I don't even see him back there.
Oh, well, let me get him. Yeah, he'll make an appearance here on video. Yep.
Do you know how much hate I'm going to get for that? It's a Mario plush backpack for everybody listening.
Yeah, I know. You're going to get some feedback on this.
I'm going to get hate for that because
I feel honored to be the one that got Mario from your shop.
Well, everybody that is watching on YouTube, you can look behind Caleb, and he has a lot of Mario stuff hanging on his wall.
There. Yep. Way up there.
And I have had that backpack. I believe that Mario backpack has been in every one of my old school picker videos.
Oh, man.
I believe it's been in every one, I think. I'd have to go back and look. It's been in a bunch of them because I've had that thing forever.
Oh,
and over the years, I don't know how many people has tried to buy it from me, wanting to know how much I wanted for it. I was like, don't really want to sell it. He's kind of been here forever. He's cool.
Yep.
And I thought, when Caleb messaged me and said, "Hey, I got this monitor, come and get it," I was like, man, I got to take something besides some old shipping boxes. And I seen that Mario, and I was like, you know what? It's time for Mario to find a new home. So I hope he makes himself at home in his new shed. He's got buddies in there now.
Oh, yeah, he does. You can't see them, but there's more if you go this way.
Yeah.
This way. I don't know. I can't point. And there's going to be some on this side of my wall too. So, yeah, I'm just a nerd.
Did you ever go see the Mario movie?
No, I haven't seen it. I'll probably be one of those people that waits till it comes out and buy it on Amazon Prime or something.
I may have to just bring the family out here and watch it on this big monitor I got out here. No, I do want to go see it, but I'll probably. I'll probably just wait and watch it on Netflix or
Yeah.
whatever it decides to come on. But I do appreciate the monitor, man.
Man, you're welcome.
I tried to pay him. For everybody that's going
He
to hit
did.
me up in the comments, I tried to pay him, and he wasn't.
He sure did.
So
But there's no charge for the OSP.
Well, I just offered him $5, and he said, "No, you keep the $5."
You didn't know that if you would have brought me some of that soft serve ice cream, that would have made a big difference. You know?
Did you try it yet? The soft serve?
No, I haven't.
Well,
I told my family about it.
Yeah, you got to try it, man. It's weird though. It's. I mean, we talked about it last week, but it's just weird. It's really weird. You got to try it though. All right, you hit yard sales this weekend. Any big
we
hits?
Hit some, yeah.
Yeah, you
a
hit
few here and there.
Road. Yeah, I don't know. Tell the
viewers. Yeah, you don't know. Oh yeah, the evidence is right there.
Yeah,
we bought a. We don't do this, by the way. First of all, I'll put a disclaimer out there. We don't do this usually, but we pretty much bought the whole yard sale. It would have been a perfect YouTube video if I did that.
Yep.
And it would have been perfect because we walked up. It was probably 7 o'clock. A retirement community here where we live on Thursday. They had like a couple community sales, and we walked up on this yard sale. These people had like 4 tables. They had a ton of Christmas Coke villages, the Hawthorne villages, and they had a bunch of like 3 or 4 Disney. One of them is right there. It can't see it real good, but it's like a water globe, like a stacked water globe with all the Disney characters. It's really cool. And they had some Department 56, one actually sealed that's Disney that could be worth $400 or $500. And
have you listed it yet?
No, not listed it yet. It's still sitting back there, but man, it is so cool. But we bought all that stuff, and the people figured it up. It was like, I want to say it was like almost $1,000 worth of stuff. So we started dealing, and we got them to $500 for all this stuff. I mean, it was like a bargain, a really good buy. So we start looking around, and the 2 brown cases you see back here, there's actually 3, 2 stacked up and 1 smaller. They were all coins, a presidential coin collection and proofs and all that kind of stuff. Super nice stuff. And they had $10 per package of coin. Well, it was $1,100 worth of stuff by the time we counted it all up. I look at my wife, she looks at me, and I know this look that she has. She's ready to buy it all, and I'm like, there's not enough profit at $1,100 for us to take that much of a risk, you know. So I asked him, I said, man, if we bought every single coin case and everything, what would you do? He comes back and he says, I'd take $800. So I'm still like, you know, that's better, but still quite a bit. And I said, that's your best? He said, how about 700? I'm like, okay, you know, now I feel more confident about it. I think I can get out of it and make some money.
Right.
And man, they're awesome. They're just awesome. But yeah, and then I ended up buying a box of DVDs, like probably 80 DVDs for $100, the whole box. And it's like the BBC and Acorn stuff, all sealed.
Yeah.
I mean, you never find that stuff sealed, and almost all of it was sealed.
I never even find it no more.
I don't find it either.
I went through a spurt about 3 or 4 years ago where I found that stuff like every yard sale I went to.
Yep.
And for the last couple of years, I just don't see it no more.
I don't either. And when I seen it, I was like, I know a few of these are going to be not common. You ain't going to find them, you know, so they're going to be valuable. One of them's a $75 DVD right off the bat. So, I mean, it's going to pay me back most of the way.
Yeah. If you're out yard selling and you see anything that's British Broadcasting Channel, BBC, or Acorn TV, and it's cheap, and if it's sealed, definitely pick it up. But if it's cheap enough, pick it up anyways, because most of those sets, most of them are $30-$40 a piece, but I've sold some for $70 and $80 a piece before. And I don't know that I've ever had anything that super expensive sealed. So if you've got some of it sealed, then some of yours may be north of $80.
Yeah. Well, I knew I could come out of it when she priced it at 100. I mean,
Oh
even
yeah,
if you sell them for $10 a piece, I'm gonna make $800. You know, I got
yeah,
about 80 of them, so
yeah. I know. I
yeah,
know. I
it's gonna
don't
be a
doubt
good
one.
buy.
I don't doubt one or two of them in there don't pay for the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Would be my guess. I would just about bet you have at least two or three that's $50 or more.
Yeah, I think so.
So
So
that was
now
epic.
tell them about what happened after that.
Well, that was what, Thursday?
That was Thursday morning.
So Friday morning was Kobe's birthday. That was Kobe's birthday. So I had to go to town to pick up a birthday cake. Kobe's my youngest son. I had to go to town to pick up a birthday cake and I don't know, a couple other things Shannon had on the list. I was like, you know what? Oh, we had to pick up pizza. Yeah, we'd ordered Pizza Hut pizza because pizza is like his favorite food. So
Okay.
we had pizza to pick up at like 11 or 12 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to get up early in the morning and go yard selling before I go pick up the cake and the pizza. So I go to this same community sale and I go to this exact same sale that Caleb just the day before hit a home run. And because we compared notes, I think like Saturday or something, or maybe it was yesterday when I was at your house. That guy had a table full of coin stuff and all that stuff again. So I don't. Caleb just thought he bought him out because he didn't, and they
never said a word about having more. What in the world? You know,
I don't know. I don't understand that. Why,
I
when they
don't either.
seen you buying it all, why didn't they come out and say, "Hey, oh, by the way,
Yeah,
we got more"? But
I would have bought the rest. You know,
it was kind
this
of
makes
later.
the second time you've done this to me.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I didn't buy it. I should have. I didn't even ask them about the coin stuff because I was like, you know what? They've been here since Thursday. And this is why you always ask at yard sales because I didn't. I was like, that stuff's been sitting here since Thursday. Here it is Friday. They must want a ton for it. You know, money and coins and stuff like that. That's not my expertise by far. If it'd been something action figures, toys, that's, something like that, I'm asking for sure. But when I seen that, I was like, I'm not even asking. But they did have 2 more Disney figurines. And you said you thought you bought all of those as well.
We did. Everything that was there.
You didn't buy them all. But she only had 2 on the table. It was a Department 56 one. I actually listed it today for, I don't know, I think like $60. But then she had another one that was Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie.
Crazy.
Black and white.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's from the Disney parks. It's not even from the Disney store.
Oh, there's no telling, man.
Well, I don't know because I can't find it. I've searched on eBay. I searched on Terapeak. I finally searched just on Google, and I found one on Macari listed for like, I think it was $295.
Gosh, man.
So I paid, what did I pay? I paid 30 or 35 for both of them.
Yeah.
And
I think there was like 20 a piece, the ones which after we made the deal, there was like 10 a piece, but still.
Yeah.
Man, if you see that Department 56 like that,
that's good.
Definitely buy it for $20.
Well, I mean, the Department 56 one I listed for 60 or 70, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I listed the other one, the Steamboat Willie. It's in my draft bank. I've not dropped it yet, and I don't know. I'm just shooting for the moon. I'm just throwing something out there and see if it sticks because it's limited edition to 1,000 pieces. So, there's not a bunch of them out there.
Right.
I listed it for $500. I was like, the one on Macari's 300. People on eBay is going to pay more than Macari.
Yep. You may get it. You may get close.
I don't know. I put best offer on it. So if I get anything around the $200, $250 mark, I'll probably take it.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. That stuff is good stuff.
It's good stuff. It's real good stuff. But after hearing you tell the story about all the coins and all that, man, I wish I would have asked about that stuff because it sounds like they made you a pretty good deal. And I just wasn't expecting them to make that good of a deal because, like I said, it had been there I thought it had been there since Thursday, but apparently Caleb bought them out. They went to their garage and restocked.
Yep.
So maybe that's the lesson we need to both learn. Always ask if they got more.
I usually do. I don't know what happened to me this time.
Well, I mean, usually, like you said, the people will say, yeah, hey, you like that stuff? I got plenty more of it.
Yeah. And then you say, bring it on out here.
Bring it on out. But, that's how it goes. So,
yeah, that's how it goes.
So your weekend was better than what you did today, right?
Much.
I've been out here listing all day, so I've had an easy day today. I've listed and sat here and played on YouTube. But what'd you do today?
I painted. Yeah, I've been. We years ago when we bought our house, it's vinyl siding and it had like a brick fireplace and brick around the porch and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it just was kind of old and dated. So they make a porch and floor paint you buy at Lowe's or wherever to paint like patios, decks, and stuff like that. But you can paint brick and concrete. So we painted our sidewalks, our fireplace, our foundation, just a nice, neat gray that goes along with the lighter gray of the house. Well, that was like 12 years ago we did that. So I went ahead and started redoing it like a week ago. And today I got it finished and I am tired.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy it's done.
You should have come in here with paint all over your face.
Hey, I got, there's a little bit there, some scratches. I washed my hands. They look pretty good. There's some, but it was I had to change my shirt. I had paint down my shirt. I run a good shirt, so.
Well, when you was talking about that, I started immediately having flashbacks of what I was doing a year ago at this time, because a year ago at this time I had just got this shed finished. I think I finished it towards the end of March. I think here it is, close to the end of April. But yeah, around this time was when I finished the shed that I have all my eBay stuff in. And I remember of everything I'd done in this shed, the thing I was dreading the most was painting. Because I hate to paint. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I remember painting this overhead, and I just painted it with a roller. Paint was dripping off the roller into my eyes. So I had to go out there and get sunglasses and put my sunglasses on and paint the shed and the overhead of the shed. And man, I just remember how bad I hated it because I just hate to paint. I'd rather do anything as to paint.
Well, I had a secret weapon when we was doing this shed. We did this one. No, I wasn't telling you. Usually she'll paint. She likes it okay when she can stand it, but she gets to hurting pretty bad, so she has to quit. But no, my wife's uncle and aunt, they do all the painting at church, and they came in here, and he'll roll and she'll cut in. Man, they're awesome at it.
Oh wow!
So
I
help them out a little bit because they're great at it.
I'm not real good at it, and I don't want to be good at it.
Nope, me neither. No painter here.
Yeah, speaking of sunglasses, somebody told me I needed to be wearing some sunglasses.
Well, you need to ignore that comment. I'll just say that, okay?
Comment. Let me read that comment. I about forgot about that.
Yeah. Make him famous right here. Make him
famous right here. Somebody, I'm not going to name names, but somebody.
I'll name names.
In the first episode, left a comment, said that old Pass needs to dim the lights. The glare off his head is blinding me. So who was it that wrote that comment?
That was my flesh and blood son, Logan. Yeah. Thank you so much, son.
Well, does he not know that stuff's hereditary?
I don't know. He's gonna find out though.
He'll find out. About
he's got a whole bunch of pretty hair.
Boy,
nice brown hair. I used to have hair too. Mine used to come plumb down to right in here.
Yeah, he better be finding him a girlfriend before that falling out, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I seen Logan yesterday when I went and visited Caleb, and Kobe's birthday was last Friday, but Logan's birthday had a birthday too, right?
Yep, Sunday. Yeah, they're 2 days apart.
2 days apart.
Kobe's 17, right?
Yeah, Kobe turned 17 and Logan turned 18.
Yep.
And when I was up there, I asked Caleb, I was like, well, where's Logan at? What was Logan doing?
I don't know.
No, you told me what was he filling out on the computer?
Oh, yeah. He's doing all his verifications and getting his email set up and all that stuff to do some reselling.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how that goes because he starts school May 3rd.
Right.
But I told him, I said, 25, 50, 100 items, something like that. You don't have to be a big store.
Right.
Just, kind of run it slow and you'll sell one here and there, a little extra money.
A little extra money, yeah.
He's going to try. We've still got to get him set up, but he's going to try. He's got a whole tote of stuff in the house that he's bought. He stole a golf club from me. We was in a thrift store, and he come around the corner and said, "Ha, got a golf club." I'm like, you know what? I'm going to quit helping you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's awesome. Turned 18.
Yeah.
And of all the things he could be in there doing, he's in there filing all his paperwork for eBay. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yep. Do you want to talk about what you was doing on your 18th birthday?
Probably nothing good. I don't remember.
No, I was joking. I don't want to talk about that either because I promise you it wasn't working.
Goofing off, getting in trouble probably.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about working and making money.
No, me neither.
Oh, man.
Speaking
of comments, we did have some doozies on the first episode, including Logan's. That was one of the best. I'm not going to lie to you. I like that, Logan. I'm interested to see what comment he leaves on the next one. But
you know what he come and told me too, right? He on his Facebook page, he said, "Dad, guess what? You'll never believe this. I got a happy birthday from both of the two Old Guys podcast guys." I'm like, wow, good for you.
Yeah, he's YouTube famous too. That's part of it. Well, you guys recognize CJ.
Yeah.
Before we really, really knew each other, you guys recognized CJ. So,
yep.
CJ's like, I'm not famous. I'm like, no, you're the son of somebody famous, though. He just shakes his head. But you had, what was your favorite comment from that first video?
Mine is actually just a good, wholesome comment. I love this. We'll just say Patricia. Mm-hmm. She said, "You may be two old guys, but I am your oldest viewer, 83.
83.
Congrats on your new podcast. Have fun." I thought, man, how neat is that there's a lady that's 83 years old watching two guys being nerds in their sheds,
Yeah, we're getting some of Kevin Commonwealth Picker's demographic. So. I know Dave and Carrie make fun of him for having just old people that watch his channel, but no, Patricia, we appreciate it, and we hope you're still around here on episode 3. So
yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the comment.
Yes, we got so many comments. I don't even know. There's over 100 comments on that first video. That's crazy. Yep. But I think my favorite one was from my good friend Max Hattie, who has been a huge supporter of my Old School Picker YouTube channel. He said, "This kind of feels like I'm eavesdropping on a personal call. I don't watch or listen to podcasts, but I'll keep tuning in. Glad you guys are having fun with it." And I remember when me and you started talking about, our thought process and, kind of the direction we wanted this channel to go. I think that's what we kind of had in mind, just us two hanging out and just hitting record, not really doing any kind of like professional. We've already went way over on that though, as far as how we're doing it. And we're trying to do our best for sure. And I do, I want to do my best, but I want it to also just be natural and just be, like he said, just me and you talking and everybody else is just listening in. So,
right. Yeah.
I thought that was an awesome comment for sure. But
yeah. Thanks for watching, Max.
Yes.
Absolutely. And speaking of comments, we got one of the commenters had some suggestions. So Tanya brought this up. This blew me away. I was talking to you about this, but she said, maybe tell us about some recipes. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, I'm good at that. I can teach you how to throw a piece of bologna on a piece of bread, put some mayonnaise on there, got you a sandwich. But
I like mustard on my bologna.
Oh yeah,
that's gross. Ruined it with the mayonnaise.
Oh man, whew, that's gross. But this recipe thing, Tanya said, okay, tell Chris he needs to tell everybody about the peanuts and candy corn. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And you can tell him about this, but I didn't know Tanya got this from you. She said she got this from you before I even knew who you was, because she was watching you before I was. Right. So go ahead and tell them about this.
I think we made the video this past. I don't know. No, it wasn't this past fall. It was the fall before. It was that first year we lived here.
It had
it was the first year we lived here. A lot of times in my videos, I'll put my wife and family and that type of stuff towards the end of the videos. And I said, she made this. All it is a bag of peanuts, a bag of candy corn, throw it in a bowl, mix it up. It tastes just like a Payday candy bar.
And it does.
Just like a Payday candy bar.
It really
I don't know where Shannon found this. I think on Pinterest or something. I don't know. And she's one of those that kind of likes candy corn, but don't really. Yeah. But we always seem to buy it, during the fall and during Halloween, that time of year, because I like it, but usually I'll forget about it. And here we'll have bags of it just sitting around, not getting eaten. She's like, I got to find something to do with this candy corn. So she finds this recipe where you just mix it with peanuts, throw it in a bowl, tastes like Payday. And she started eating it. And she's like, you need to try this. You'll like it. And I was like, okay. So I try it. So we talk about it and put it on a video at the end of one of my videos. This has been a year and a half, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Caleb's wife watches that video. Caleb don't even know who I am at this point. She starts making it.
Yeah.
Caleb loves it.
Yeah, it's great.
She just found out that she got that from me
today.
My wife today.
I found out today.
A year and a half later.
Yeah. So he made it one time. We had something at church. I can't remember what it was now, but
yeah.
She said, okay, everybody needs to try this. It's just like a taste challenge or something. And people was trying it, and they're like, boy, that really does taste like a Payday. And I'm like, it tastes just like a Payday. So you guys try this and let us know what you think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can find candy corn this time of year. I guess they sell it year round. I don't know.
I think they do. Yeah. Maybe not quite as much as
right.
Fall.
But it's a good fall treat. If you like trail mix and snack mix, that kind of stuff, you'll love it, because it's one of those things, once you start eating it, you'll eat a bunch of it. So
you will.
That is a small world type story that a year and a half later you find out it's me that come up with that, or technically my wife. But yeah, but that is crazy. You got a dad joke?
I do have a dad joke.
All right, yay.
Okay, so
here. Dad joke incoming. Dad joke
incoming. So, what do you call a well-balanced horse?
Well-balanced horse. I don't know.
Stable.
Stable. That's perfect dad joke. Perfect.
They're going to keep getting worse, I promise.
Yes, I think the worse they get, the better they are. I don't know. Tipsy Elf shirt update. If you guys,
Tipsy Elf shirt.
When did we talk about that? Was that episode 2 or 1?
2. I think it was episode 1. I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyways, if you guys listen to if you've not, that's a good reason to go back.
Yep, go check out
just to hear my Tipsy F story. Yeah. Tipsy F shirt. I got a return on it. $25 shirt. Said it didn't fit. Now, anytime clothing, you get clothing returns. A lot of times it's people just rented the stuff and wore it 2 or 3 times and want to return it. The clock ran out on the buyer and he never returned it. So eBay sided with me and closed it in my favor.
That is your best solution.
Yeah.
That worked out good.
Well, I knew if I got it back, number one, it wasn't going to be new anymore, because I knew he'd ripped the tags off of it and wore it 3 or 4 times. And all that. And honestly, I was just dreading relisting it because I hate listing clothing to begin with.
Yep.
So, I usually don't care about returns, but that one just irked me because I know he was just wanting to rent it, but for whatever reason, he never returned it. eBay, I got the email the other day. eBay said, we've closed it. They didn't send it back in time, so got to keep the money. So,
Well, that worked out good.
Well, yeah, it's $25. I mean, which
Yeah.
ain't huge, but I paid $3.50 for the shirt, so 25 is pretty good for
Yeah,
me for clothing.
really good.
I tell people, and I tell people all the time, they're like, "Why don't you sell clothing? Why don't you look at clothing and stuff in thrift stores?" I'm like, we live in the South.
Yeah.
People in the South think Old Navy is a designer brand.
Yeah, they do.
So
Hilfiger and
we think mall brands are like huge money, and you will find North Face stuff around here every now and then.
You're flying high if you find that.
Yeah, I mean it sells for good, obviously, but
yeah,
but usually you have to pay up for it because that is like a huge name brand around here in the South.
Yeah.
That's like
people
Gucci.
usually know, don't they?
That's like the Gucci of the South. Well, I didn't tell you about what I found at the yard sales this weekend.
Oh yeah, you need to tell us.
Yes, I've already put out a video about it, and it was so good. I went Saturday. I came home Saturday, edited the video, and put it out Sunday. It's probably my last yard sale video because I'm lazy and I probably won't have another one out between now and then. But yeah, I found a bunch of Stampin' Up stuff. I have become famous for selling old women craft stuff. I have become famous for selling old women craft stuff, and namely Stampin' Up stuff. And I went to a church sale. I got up at early. I was like, I got to beat Caleb. That's what was running through my head. I got to beat Caleb because I just knew you was going to this sale. It's what, 40 minutes from my house, I think, roughly. Yep. It was like 40 minutes from my house, church sale. I wouldn't have went if it had just been a regular yard sale, but when it said church sale, I was like, this is going to be big. I looked the church up on Google. I was like, oh, it's a big church. I'm going. So I got up early. The sale was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. I wanted to be there at 7:30. I rolled in at 8:03. So the parking lot was full. I bet there's 300 cars in the parking lot.
Oh my gosh.
I'm no lie. I bet there was 300 cars in the parking lot. Granted, a lot of them was the people set up.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a flea market. There was so many customers. It looked like a flea market. Well, I'm looking at some Barbie stuff. If you've watched my video about it, you guys know where I'm headed with it. But I'm looking at some Barbie stuff. I pick up a few pieces from that. Walk around the corner. Now, like I said, I'm late. There's a banker's box sitting on a table, and below the table is one of the big tubs. I mean, the big tubs, however big the big tubs are. And It was all full of Stampin' Up stuff. And on the banker box lid, it said, ask for, and there was 3 names listed. I don't even remember the names, but it said, ask for these 3 ladies, and they will give you a price for all. We want to sell it all. So I went, I was like, somebody's going to grab this if I leave it. So I just grabbed the lid. I grabbed the lid off the banker box, and I go and find somebody, and they're like, yeah, we'll find out for you. We'll get one of these ladies. Lady comes out. She said it's $1,500 worth of stuff. When she first said $1,500, I thought that's what she wanted for it. And I was like, oh man, I can't, as bad as I want the stuff, I'm not paying $1,500 for it.
No.
But she said, no, it's $1,500 worth of stuff. And she's probably about right on, honestly. And she said, we want $200 for it. And I couldn't take it quick enough,
What a deal. That's good.
Yeah, the Stampin' Up. I found more Stampin' Up stuff to sell to the old women that love me. So, no, I'm excited about it, honestly. It ended up being 165 sets.
Gosh.
So I figure, most of that stuff, it is the older stuff, but I think it'll average 10 to $15 a piece. So
My goodness.
you're probably looking at around $1,500. So
Well, you know what this means, right?
what?
It's Kathy time.
It's Kathy time. Oh, I say it, and I think
It's going to be Kathy time a lot.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna, even though she didn't send me this, I'm gonna shout her out every time I sell a piece of it.
So
Because
I want to
yeah, go ahead.
know where Kathy come from.
Where did Kathy come from? Her? I need to ask her because I don't really know how I didn't find her. She found me. Kathy, a viewer of my Old School Picker channel, has sent me a lot of stuff in the mail. Tons of stuff. If you guys watch my channel, you guys know who we're talking about.
Yep.
She has been just such a blessing to me and my family. And
she's awesome.
I mean, I can't repay her. I mean, there's no way I could start today and never repay that lady for how good she's been to me. But I don't know. She just started commenting on my videos. Next thing I know, I think she messaged me on, maybe she just commented on one of my videos or something, asking me if she could send me some stuff or something. I don't know. I think she direct messaged me on something, Instagram or something. I can't remember. But she has sent me just a ton of stuff. And that's a good question. Kathy, how did you find me? If you're watching, Kathy, let me know, because I don't even know that I know. I know she has told me before her husband is a huge fan of Taco Stacks. Have you ever watched Taco Stacks?
Heard of him.
Yeah, YouTube channel. Yeah. He's older school than I am. He's an old school YouTuber. And her husband is a big supporter of his channel and loves his channel. But I don't know how she found me. I don't know if she came over from another channel or if she just found me in YouTube search one day or what. But I know I'm blessed that she found me, because
not only are you blessed, I remember a year ago, maybe, we was at a kind of funny, as a church sale here in town. And I'd walked the whole place. It was their gym. I walked the whole place, and my wife pointed out this box, and it was probably like 75 or 100 Stampin' Up things. And I'm like, oh, Chris has talked about this. Kathy sends him this stuff. I ask how much it is. It's like $50 for like 100 of them. I'm like, I'll take it, because I knew it was good. But had it not been for Kathy, man, I would have just left that stuff there, because I didn't know what it was.
Well, I mean, the same thing with me. I mean, this weekend, that sale, that's why I say, every time I sell a piece of this, even though she didn't send it to me, I'm going to mention her, because if it hadn't been for her, I wouldn't have even looked at that stuff.
Absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't have. I know craft stuff can be expensive and stuff, but I just wouldn't have. I just know me. I wouldn't have looked at that stuff. And when they said $200, I would have just went and found a $5 toy or something to buy. I know me. So shout out Kathy, and let me know in the comments how you found me, because I don't know. She's been around for a while though. She's been on my channel for, boy, I don't know, probably around a year and a half, I guess, that I know of. Now, she may have been watching for a long time. I don't think she was watching me before I moved, and I've been moved for almost 2 years, but I might be wrong. So she'll know more than I do, because I don't really remember. I just know she has sent me, probably at this point, 15 different packages, and I mean big boxes full of that stuff. So I you guys that watch my videos, I thank her every time, but I can never thank her enough, because she's been so good to me, and it's continuing, because I found more stuff, and I wouldn't have looked for it. I wouldn't have. So that's awesome.
And not only is she a blessing to those of us that watch you, my brother-in-law just recently started selling on eBay, like maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks ago. And one of the first things he bought was stamps.
Because
funny. I told him, about stamps
Mm-hmm.
because I watched you.
Right.
So there ain't no telling how many actual avenues this has traveled.
Well, I know there's been, I don't know, at least 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 people that over the last couple of years since I've been selling this stuff has either commented on my videos or messaged me and said, "Hey, I just found a bunch of Stampin' Up stuff." So, and I wouldn't have bought it if it had not been for your videos. I'm like, well, don't thank me, thank Kathy.
Absolutely.
So yes, Kathy has she's educated us all on the crafting stuff. So it's pretty awesome. And yeah, I was going to mention this in the video I filmed tomorrow, but I'll mention it here too. She sent Kobe a birthday card too. So
oh, how nice!
Oh man, it's not even all the stuff she sends me to resell. I mean, she's family at this point. I tell her that all the time. So shout out Kathy, you have made the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast as well. So, but man, she's just awesome. I love the lady. I do.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Speaking of awesome viewers, when we started this reselling podcast channel, one of the first things I told Caleb, I said, you need to set up eBay partner network affiliate link for your eBay store. I said that way, because obviously we're going to drop our stores down in the links below. Check them out in the description. eBay links, My Reseller Genie, American Bubble Boy, all that stuff's linked down below. But you did make an affiliate link for your eBay store, and you didn't think you would have any hits on it, and you got your first sale on it the other day.
I did. It was a $16 sale.
Yep.
I didn't even know what to expect. I didn't think anybody would go through that link. And honestly, to start out with, I didn't want to because I felt like I was going to cut in on you.
Nah, I ain't worried about that.
But he talked me into it, so I did it.
But this is half you, man. This ain't me. This is half you. So
Right. Yeah, I know, but yeah, it's just yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do, but it's half you. But whoever bought something from Caleb, because we can't see, and maybe they didn't even buy anything.
I don't know if they bought it from me or if they just went through the link and bought something, but somebody bought something.
And either way, you got paid. So that
I was amazed. I was like, that is so neat. Like, what in the world? I didn't do anything for that.
No,
I just referred through my store,
Basically, I mean, you're advertising for eBay. So
Yep.
And as we talked earlier, eBay needs all the help they can get, apparently.
If you can get to it where you can get to the sale, you're good to go.
Yeah, as long as you don't click on the link and it says this item's no longer available, because
refresh.
Yeah, refresh. I'm telling you, I fought that all day today, and it drove me nuts.
I did too.
I know that's costing us sales. It's got to be. It's got to be. I mean, how many people do you know that they're going to know to do that? I mean, I know what my wife would do if she done that. She's clicking on Amazon.
That's exactly what I'd do too. Yeah. I'm going to find it somewhere else that works.
So eBay, get your stuff together. I love you, but
yes, if you're watching, please fix this. Please.
Yes, please fix this. All right. Is that what we're going to title the video? eBay,
please fix this.
I messaged Kevin. I told you that. Messaged Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, and I told him, hey, we started a new podcast. Check out the first episode. I named the podcast, the episode, we got our Commonwealth Picker starter kits. I think he got a kick out of that. So shout out Kevin. But yeah, so awesome. Got our affiliates up.
Yep.
And so everybody go check them out down in the description below. Both our stores do have some other links down there as well. For hopefully we'll get this channel big enough to where we can get some links, and it won't just be my links down there. It'll be our links. So shout out American Bubble Boy, My Reseller Genie, and if you're listening,
we want you. We want you.
Come over. Come over to the 2 Old Guys. Maybe we won't die on them before they.
Oh, that's
all right,
of you, sir.
Yeah. We just hit the hour and 4-minute mark, so I guess we're going to call it a show. Any final words?
Caleb? Thank you for all the comments, all the views, all the subs. I am blown away, really, truly blown away. I did not expect this kind of reception. I thought we'd struggle to bust 100 subs for the next 6 months and maybe get 100 views a video, and I am just totally blown away. Blessed, blessed, blessed. And I thank you all, each and every one of you. Can't mention every name, but thank you for watching.
Yes, and hopefully they're still around.
Yes.
Because 2,000 on your first episode's great, but if you're only getting 200 on your next one, then something wasn't right. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see how the second and third episodes do. So I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you guys. As Caleb said, thank you guys so much. Hope you're still around. And we'll be back next week. So be watching, be listening.
Yep.
2 Old Guys. Let me find the end. Out.